I got a white 25 pip grid and I have closing prices on the daily charts. This is the euro dollar. Now you may be asking yourself, is this motherfucker ever going to retrace, or am I going to just grow fucking old waiting for this bitch to go through this accumulation phase down here? And no offense to accumulation phases and all that, but holy shit, right? This is like 1 month of bullshit. If you're into the market doing stuff like this, which is what the trend traders are all giddy about, is this trade right here. They say, well, listen now, I'm using a 50 EMA, because that's what the banks be using. I'm no fool. I go to school and I got that. I'm taking only sells. Gotcha. Well, where do you get in, right? And how tight's your stop? If you got a fucking 150 pip stop, yeah, okay. You could even pull the trigger wrong, and by the time it goes ripping down like this, now you're like, what the fuck? Now, are your targets set for that? Be realistic. This is the daily chart. If you just sold grid style on this, long or short, it don't really matter, because during this cage phase, this bullshit where people are just going, well, every time I take my sell now, because it isn't a downtrend, don't forget, like it was here. Every time you sold, they just kept beating the shit out of you, right? You sold here on confirmation is the worst, right? You sold here, and then they stopped you out. You sold here because I'll wait for my moving averages all to sync up. See, this is not going to work, right? So you got to take these. If you could sell right there at the 20 EMA, the 50, and this is the cherry pick shit, right? We're sold here. Hey, let me show you the system I made. This is very good. I just a little curve fitted. Okay, I curve fitted a little bit there. Trades real good here. Some guy had the Ligari stochastic. He showed up in the Discord thing. Dude, you can call it anything to Tuesday. RSI is the only thing that's really is a momentum index. Everything else is fucking smoothed out, exponentially dicked with, weighted, tri-axis is rank code, polished. The raw data is the raw data, and the wick is the wick. And if you got a stop in there, it's bye-bye. They just stopped you out. You're gone. It's gone, right? So what are we going to do about it? Right now, I'm so long this goddamn euro dollar. So I was just very fucking... Every time this thing pulled back, I bought more. This cage. This is a 1 month of bullshit. But I've built this huge position. I'm seriously long, as you can imagine. And when they closed it down hard on Friday, now it's really kind of inconceivable. If you're a person that trades patterns, and the guy was talking about trading patterns, I'm like, dude, if you could trade this shit, I mean, you're trading the pattern in a way. So if you only buy the dips and only sell the highs here, and you're always taking at least 50 pips off the table, it doesn't matter because you're going to make money as a range trader. So people would say, well, that system you have where you range trade it, like, so most of the market's going to be like this bullshit. You can range trade that. You can range trade all this bullshit. These are daily bars. Just think about it. That's 25 pips and 50 pips of nonsense. Grid trade that. You don't need to pick a direction here. Now this, you're going to say, well, oh, fucking look at this beautiful run, but I'm waiting for it to come to my 20 EMA. Now this is your entrance. I got you, dude. But by the way, anybody that's doing these analysis things on the YouTubes, they got to say stuff like, well, we only run 50 pip stops, so some of these trades are unavailable to us. We can't fucking come in and buy here. Buy, and then go underwater, buy. You're underwater. Now you're martingaling in. Imagine you're going in 1K, 2K on that handle, 3K on that handle. You're getting into, there's 10 grand in the account, okay? And you're going to risk $500.29 or $528. And this is real numbers, right? And then the market's going to come screaming back, and you're going to hold it. You can perceive this. Now, this is really an uncanny time. This is the end of the year, and this thing is fucking hell-bent on torturing anybody that wants to go in any. Now, this is what you would say about this if you're a guy that is running a 20 EMA and your goddamn 20 on your daily charts. Top down doesn't even fucking. It's. Dude, there are so many top downs. If you're on this time frame, I mean, I'm holding this for the swing. This is worth at least 150 pips from the tickets I'm still holding from the bottom of this fucking train wreck of accumulation. So, trading this in the proper size, you're never going to, it's always going to be, when you look back on the chart, you'd be like, dude, if I would have traded that fucking 50, 75 pip window there, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, just like a fucking biasless pig, mindless drone of a range trader, a drunken sailor range trader, you know, it's completely different than waiting for this cherry pick window that you're going to say, well, you know, right here, you see this bottom became a top at the 25-yard line? And what I do is I wait all fucking year for the 20 EMA to do a double kiss here. So we kissed here, we kissed there, we got in there at structure, I got in here, and then I got out about here because, you know, I was up about 100 pips. I'm like, dude, so you're going to tell me, you're going to tell me, oh, you got in here, and then when you got your exit signal down here, you got out. This is ICT would claim. Well, what I did is I got in here. See how that works? And when it got in here, it was really oversold. There was divergence on the 3-period RSI against the daily closes, see? And this is obviously Wyckoff accumulation right here. Yeah, but, dude, I'm just going to ask any of these fucknuts, ICT, these people, like, dude, okay, you're going to tell me, well, I suppose it's going to go like this forever. You really think so? Are you fucking retarded? Are you a fucking goober wearing a mask in your car at the same time? Okay, I could tell who the people, when I'm at the grocery store now, I'm like, you would blow up your Forex account. I cannot think. You have no fucking perception of what's going on. Okay, like, they would get trapped in some well, I'm using a 20 EMA. See what I'm using here? It's like my car, see? Mileage is pretty good, and handle's okay. Are you a NASCAR race? No, but I'm working on, in my mind I am. Like when I cut you off, I'm a NASCAR driver at that moment right there. So I'm looking for this fucker to rip north so fucking hard in the end of the year, people are going to lose their mind about the dollar, I think. If this thing comes slamming to what I perceive as to be coming into next year, obvious floor that we have to come back to in some kind of sanity move here is going to be this line I've drew in here. Now, seriously, dude, this is amazing. You don't see many trades like this, where this thing is a perfect Wyckoff accumulation box down here on the daily, looking to rip fucking north and just tear your face off. All this accumulation or this nonsense, this doji has to break. So this is a yearly doji I've drawn. This is an accumulation that's a fucking year of, it's a monthly body to a monthly wick, but it's like, there is no fucking wick on this thing. Are we going to go down again? So I'm just asking the trend traders, are we going down? There's no fucking way. I have a lot bet on this. Trust and believe that it's not going down again. Now, you wouldn't say that the other 3 times, right? So what I said to myself was, on this first rally, oh, surely this thing's going up. Now, I knew that there was a high probability in the first dead cat bounce. You got to get one dead cat under the table, right? This is how it goes. And so here's your obvious exit, closing structure, 25 pip grid here on the daily chart. So you come slamming back up in here. Okay, everybody's getting out. The top tick Tommy's little shelf in here. There's still a 50 pip window of tradability here. Then you have come all the way back to the starting gate of this 25 pip thing, and anything closes in this 25, I'm buying. Anything that's below here, I'm buying. I'm not waiting for the edge of the market. I'm going to buy into it, right? So I'm going to buy into that, buy, and we finally hit rock fucking bottom on that wick, and of course, to me, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to gobble up 50 pips, and see this scalp here? You can't really see it, but you're buying new lows and you're scalping 25, 50 pips off that shit, right? And the same for the sell side. I'm just not good at selling, but I'm selling actually when I get out, by the way, so it doesn't matter. It's so stupid, right? I guess I'm waiting for my train to be the long train, and right now I've bought so much fucking euro that I made my neighbor, I went over next door. Okay, I took a gun. I took a Alec Baldwin prop gun over there. So, dude, you got to go along the euro tonight. Open an account right now. I'm going to put a gun to your fucking head. So, I should call my tequila buddy. He'd appreciate this trade. But it's the end of the year, people, and this is going to be psychotic. So this can be psychotic. Jump the creek. We're going to jump the fucking creek. A Wyckoff style here. Because we really want to build. This is the classic Wyckoff rock bottom accumulation. This would be the creek, I suppose. This or anything. Of course, this is going to be the deck that we just have destroyed on the weeklies. Look at this fucking box of hell. Anyways, I thought look at this thing ripping. If you take out the highs from this, you're taking out the monthly high. Okay, so look at perspective on this monthly. Are you selling here? You got to be fucking out of your mind. Now, so this is what I don't understand about ICT. He can't fucking see these trades. And this guy is telling people, I'm the mentor's mentor. Dude, you're the fucking dick's dick. You are the dumbest fuck I've ever fucking seen in my life. Stop it with your fucking nonsense about, well, I'm just going to take off for the rest of the week and that shit. Dude, this is a psycho retrace on the fucking weekly. Are you nuts? You didn't buy down here? And some call he made in the Bitcoin. What was it? I'm calling 150 pips off the floor here, dude. We're going up to this goddamn thing, and maybe we scream back here coming into New Year's, but at least take me past this lonely wick, because all my exits are there, just fucking peppered through there. So I'm getting in the way a seller would get in, I hope, right? So if it's a revolving door, for every buyer there's a seller, zero-sum game, blah, blah, fucking blah, then that's how it rolls. Okay, so I got to go back to my movie. It's just too crazy. Too crazy. It's too excited. I had to do a super fast video about it. So, I mean, it's obvious, right? And look at the punishment. Like I'm just saying, like anybody that's range trading this is like, oh yeah, this is beautiful. Like my so-called algorithm, my so-called technique, my so-called strategy is running in the grid, right? Oh, it's just noise is my friend. And there's an occasional run, which becomes a real problematic situation for people that are fucking like, so this run here where it just keeps melting, right? But if you're buying below this and you know that is a possibility, and this is the weekly chart though, by the way, so you really got to be prepared to say every 25 pips I'm going to double my position. I mean, I'm going to add one position. Let's not blow up the account. So when I say martingale, I'm talking about the most linear, subtle kind of martingale is just to say I got a 1K, a 2K, a 3K on these handles. You're going to go into like a 20K here. It's going to take you all fucking month to get filled. Sorry for cussing, but it's what are people thinking, This stuff these people talk about, technical analysis. It's very rare you even see this shit. Like this bottom becomes a top at the 25. Okay, so you tell me you got in fucking here in 5,000 standard, you got 5,000 standard lots going here, and you just wrote it to here, and you're like, yeah, I'm good. And that's the only trade you put on this year? Okay. All right. You must be ICT. Oh, I picked it to the 25 pip handle. I couldn't pick it to the pip, but 20 got to give me a break here. But it's 10% here, 10% shipping and handling. If the spread's 2.5, which is less than that here. But this is going to be Psychoville retrace, right? Is it not? Is it not to here? Top of the box? I'm just getting out in through there. I'm out. Bye-bye, and we're done for the year. It's in the can. So for the people that could trade this, man, I mean, it's a Medal of Honor, right? I mean, like, look at this bullshit here. So I think this big screaming down move, and then you're like, oh, is it going to retrace? No, it's not. So can you take off these pips buying only? I think so. Can you get in? Can you wait for this ultimate entry here? I guess. I'd be too old by then. I'd be dead by the time that fucking... See, another problem with my view of the market is, don't forget it, I'm old, so from when I look at the market, I'm like, dude, can we get a trade going here? Come on. Come on, man. Let's get this trade on, for God's sakes. It's another big fucking obstacle. Anyways, I'm going to go back to my movie, so I just wanted to mention that this fucking psycho Eurodollar slam north short squeeze insanity that's about to be looks like the end of the year is coming in a big hurry here. It's going to be like, wait a minute, and maybe not. So, but I'm just saying that looks like a high probability here. And we do have divergence. I guess this closing low here on Friday was the really lock it in kind of unbelievable deep discount like that is just insane. Is it not insane? Is it just me, or is that like an insane price? So you lock it in here on the weekly down. Oh, Friday, boom. It's been so heavy on the weekend. And then, because I bought into that Friday close, and then I'm like, oh, came off the floor. I'm like, damn. Now here, all the way back, you can't see it here, but came all the way back down again. And that because it's a weekly, and the weeks, so we've already been slammed to the floor. And then it stabilized, and now we're looking to close this big giant gap to here. That's all. Nothing more, nothing less. So I'm holding this thing until... Otherwise, it's just going to do the same thing it did last time, which is, okay, the alternative is that it's going to come back to starting gate square number 1 on the daily chart grid. So this is the 25 pip grid. So just to be realistic about it, I'm just trying to imagine. Could it go down again? Yeah, I guess so. Could it take out this floor? So for it to blow me up at this point, it's going to have to take this out and keep tanking. But first it's got to take this out. So I figure, well, how far away are we from the line of scrimmage here? Again, this is the Mexican standoff, or the, if we go into this wick, first we have to take out this. This is a daily chart. So you got to take out yesterday, and then you just got to trip into this vacuum, which is going to be where I'm cashing out from here up. This whole stairway to here. This is the doji before the crash on the daily, so I'm not going to be too greedy. In fact, it's got to by the end of the week, we have to cut north into here. That's the daily chart. It's got to be a quick and dirty, a mind boggler. So if you bought this trap here on the daily, so these are obviously lonely wicks on the 1 hour somehow. You're buying this, and here you're getting it very heavy. So on the way to this, you're going to lay in track. Just like here, if you were not in the market at all, you'd start selling above here, looking for some type of bounce back to pick 25 pips. Just have to imagine that trade out there. Just like you would have a big sell ticket here, because that's a. So you can see on the daily how easy it is to trade a 25 pip grid. At least it should look easy to you. I mean, I try to make it look easy, but it's very difficult in a way because can you wait 3 days to get paid? Can you handle waiting 3 days to get into the fucking trade, right? If you're looking for the market to pull back X in so many days, then it's going to come into your window. You pull the trigger. You can scalp it. You could still hold some of it. I would say this is low frequency trading, though. To put it mildly, swing trading is not exciting from that sense. But tonight it is, because it looks like the culmination of this cacophony of fucknuttery of a vaccinologist kind of trading approach to, watching. Another thing is watching the structures. These institutions try to, especially the government ones, trying to navigate. Look at this tick chart ready to bust out like fucking crazy north tonight. Into the jobs report, into Christmas, into the end of the year, and people are just going to lose their mind. I think the dollar is just going to be just the amount of brokerage firms liquidating and just letting go. Maybe there's people just letting go of being long the dollar, which is crazy. They're crazy long the dollar. I mean, the euro's down, right? Does anybody think the euro's not at a deep discount on the monthlies or oversold on the monthlies? Yeah, would have to be on another planet, I think, right? I mean, you could say, oh, it's just on its way down some more. Okay, gotcha. But at some point, right? And it looks like, looking at my other broker right now, that tick chart. So if you're really going to scalp it, I would say get at least 3 tick charts going from 3 different sources. And if you're going to trade really big, but here I'm already in from down to the bottom, I'm just sit back in this giant swing trade, let it go. So that's a different lifestyle, I suppose, than having a ultra fast desk, so to speak, execution. This is running like magnetic recordings here tonight with a bunch of fucking azimuth is all the heads are out of alignment tonight. Looks like finally the euro's going to beat the shit out of the dollar here. Rightly so. Of course, they're going. You can't sink this to any reality. These movements in the market, they make no fundamental sense in a sense, because we've been hearing forever how the dollar this, the dollar that. Well, euro's not doing much better, right? It's a cross rate instrument, so I don't know what that even means when people talk about, well, look at the dollar index, don't look at the euro. Okay. I'm not trading the dollar. Look, I think the trade needs to be on the thing you're doing. So unless you have a girl on the side, right, that you're paying, hey, wear that wig my wife wears. At least I don't think it's you. So, yeah, it's pretty tough. Yeah, that's it is so difficult for me to imagine that somebody's going to build indicators that run on the dailies and waiting for a setup. It just seems like, wow, I think I would just die waiting. Hey man, look at this setup. Should we take it? I don't know. Last time we took it, we got stopped out. I don't know about that. That's why people are using computers to trade it, I guess, right? The people are trying to capture the cadence of the market and say, oh, my robot can fucking track this nonsense. That Trading Academy ad cracks me up where they're talking about he uses Fibonacci. He's the angry trader. He uses Fibonacci. Jesus Christ. We all know Robinacci blows it away. How dare you? Oh, dude, this is definitely like watching paint dry. This is why I usually don't. I'd say Asian session is spooky though, because the big moves come out of quiet markets. I'll see how it works. A big move come out of quiet market, and be brutal move, like tsunami. Yeah, we're ticking up there. I see it. I'm getting a little bit of getting some bite on the other broker here. We're ticking up a little bit. I'm running this cedar. Cedar FX here. This is a pretty high volume broker here. Let's see. Check out the Bitcoin. I think the Bitcoin looks like a buy. Is it just me? Does it look like a buy? It's fucking Bitcoin, man. Look at this. That is a good setup. And the weekly, I'll tell you what, if you're into the Bitcoin, another reason why I think the dollar is going to get its ass kicked, not that Bitcoin's worth anything, not that the euro's worth anything, but this is just shit that happens, you know. This is the kind of out of balance situations need to be rebalanced. You know, it's just how the markets are. You have to deal with it, accept it. It's like a bad relationship. You can accept this situation the way it is. This is the infamous Bitcoin doing a nice, marvelous setup here. We stop hunted this goober. The guy that bought here, he trailed his stop like a faithful goober, and he got stopped out here. Oh, well, look, I made all this money. Okay, good for you. Next. Video's in next. Dude, I got sell ups up here on the fucking fractals. I'm fucking top tick Tommy Jew. Tell me about your trend again. So this looks like a good buy, though. Nice divergence on the 3-period RS. I'm sure this is a... Dude, if this doesn't get any better than this pullback. Like, it's quieted down, but you know what? Still could be held to fucking pace. So you want to have buy limits below here. I would say put yourself a healthy fucking crop. My recommendation... I was not supposed to recommend it, but I'm recommending it for my invisible friend. I have this friend of mine who drinks a lot. He said he's going to buy below here. I said, really? Tell me about this Bitcoin trade that you got. Well, I'm thinking, you know what? When Trump comes back into office, about that time, he'll be like, well, everybody just jump back into the dollar, and it looks like Bitcoin getting his ass kicked. Oh, interest rates went up. Oh, yikesy mighty. What'd you say? The interest rates went up? Yeah. Oh, they took out that floor in Bitcoin. Oh, it's just not. It's not good. It is not good. You know that's coming. Came back to the doji. I told you it would too. God, even the mailman knew that trade was coming. The fuck? Look at this guy, Mike Troll. This is the only winning demo I kind of ever had was when I called myself Mike Troll. Tell me, Mr. Pip, what do you think of Mike Troll? Oh, I got a lot to say about him. He blew up my account. I had this account all tweaked and dialed in, fucking running scripts. So you see these 10K market orders? He told me to run those too. Then what happened? Well, I'll tell you something. The bigger they are, the harder they fall, son. But this Bitcoin could be... this could be the bottom becoming a top. Don't forget this other situation that for every guy that says it's going up, there's a guy that says it's going down. Well, can't you see this is a downtrend, dumb shit? This is my 10-period adaptive moving average. It fucking calls the market at a perfect angle. So shut the fuck up. Here's a nice top become a bottom. Here's a nice fucking... Never hit my buy limit, though. God damn it. Fucking Bitcoin. So I would have buy limits in here. All right. Sell limits starting here maybe because maybe we're going to take out these highs like a zipper. Beep. And sells up here. I think Bitcoin could be, well, take a long time to hit this fucking target. Dude, anything above here is going to take a long time. Let's face it. There's also other currencies in line before Bitcoin. What if Elon Musk does something? Elon Musk is going to, he thinks Bitcoin's bad for the planet. He sold all his Bitcoin. Ooh, Bitcoin be taking out this. Oh, fuck. That's no good. Now what? I thought Bitcoin was the answer. No, love's the answer. Can't you see it? Can't you see? This is Marshall Tucker. Can't you see what that fucking market did to me? Marshall Tucker, Forex, I'd sell up here all day long. If I had Bitcoins, if I was buying, and I would be buying here, if I was a Bitcoinologist, I'd buy everything that below this close. So I would take the risk and say, let's just load up here. And let's cash out into here. Or if you have a margined account and you're able to sell. But definitely this is a great accumulation point, isn't it? And it may be a punch, and people, all these hocus pocus things people talk about, like 3 drives. I'm like, okay, but what if it's 4? You mean like this one? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that 4 drive pattern. I like that pattern too. It's really how big are you in these trades? Think about it. If you sold when they offered ETFs here, if you bought, by the way, if you bought on the open of the ETFs all giddy about that trade, how do you feel now? They say cornholed you on that one without lubricant. I must say, they treat you like a rag doll on that one. Baby took it on the chin. You see you bought right there. Yeah, well, you know, everybody told me it was in an uptrend. But look at this beautiful, classic price pulse behavior. Up, 1, 2, 3, pullback. Perfect ABC pullback. Elliott wave shit there. Oh, nice move. 2-period climax into top tick Tommy. Oh, but I would say time that if you're short, I would say I go flat until the end of the year there, because it could be like time for the dollar to get smashed. And it really wouldn't matter whether it's Bitcoin or it's but boy, if we ever see this price again, this is going to be your target. This would be your target, right? I'm assuming that's where people are estimating this guy's going to go. But this is quite a display. I must say, fascinating as hell. If you're in the markets, the monthly is mind-blowing, considering the fact that there's no history on this thing. It's like a fucking, you know, somebody just came across the border or something. This is like, oof. Who is this guy? This guy, what? He's trading the market? Yeah, this guy fucking trading the market. Look at this monthly shit. It's very bullish on the monthly. Dude, I'd be like, dude, we bought this fucking top bottom here. We nailed it. How long did you wait for that trade? Well, we waited a long time. Well, we didn't wait that long. You put a buy limit right here with no stop. All right? Buy limit in the trap. Buy limit here, so you're only in 2 positions on the monthly. So low frequency trader. This is the bulge. People have market profile. All it means is the market traded a lot there. Okay? There's nothing magical about market profile. You got all, I mean, dude, when I first saw that, that was the biggest fucking scam I've ever seen in my fucking life, and I was there to see it. Okay? I had that fucking data feed. And you know what market profile data cost? $30 a month just for market profile, dude. Just for A, B, C, D, E, F, G, the whole fucking alphabet stacked in some fucking color array. And a CGI monitor. Already paying fucking $200 a month. And I got to pay that? I'm already paying $60 a month for the exchange fee, plus taxes and fees. And you want me to pay for Steilemeyer's fucking, what, this fucking guy that invented market profile? Well, see, there's this bulge. Dude, it's a zigzag. Get over it. This is just harebrained shit. So, yeah. Goodbye here on this fucking, this Bitcoin tonight. Another brilliant buy. So I think the dollar is going to hell. I don't know how it's doing against, but if you look at gold and you look at oil, now, here's another thing, man. I'll tell you. You're going to say fundamentally what's driving it. And I guess it doesn't matter whether oil is worth anything. It's just about the dollar maybe going to hell here in the next, all next year. As interest rates go up, you think that people would, I guess it's kind of perverse or something. It's like the bond market, right? The face value changes as the interest rate goes up. So it looks like lights out for the dollar. It starts tonight into next year and then bye-bye. And it just doesn't seem to affect the stock market because the stocks are going to go up. And so people are calling for this crash. I'm watching this H.J. Goodman guy. He's calling for a market crash. I'm like, dude, I don't think so. Crash up. Dude, I was calling for a market crash like 8 years ago. I'm like, look at this fucking thing. Yeah, and your point is, it just keeps going up, dude. This is the crash up. This is the up vacuum. I talked about this 3 fucking years ago on YouTube. I'd say this motherfucker is not going to stop. This is like at least 2 or 3 years ago. I'm like, yeah, all the crashers want it to crash. Like people that hate on Bitcoin, they're like, dude, you see that fucking sell? Dude, it's just a buy. I mean, in the long run, but can you take out this? Can this go to $1 million? I don't know. I guess. I don't know. It could tread water. Look at gold. It just treads water. What the fuck's going on here? Look at this bullshit. Here, let me turn off this indicator shit off of here. Ah, jeez. Let me run some kind of attempted a better template than that. Here, I'll put RSI in it here. Somebody asked me what is running on this thing. Don't ask. Don't ask, don't tell on this, how much shit's on here. What do we get rid of these handles? This is a big problem. Okay, so just looking at raw price here and a little bit of bullshit. So here's the weekly gold market. Now ask yourself, be honest, okay? Has this thing been treading water for, I don't know, well, wait, let me zoom out for the real picture. So this whole time, and I know people were all giddy about gold down here, and you are enjoying it if you bought, okay? If you bought down in, before this would be the Wyckoff box, so to speak, although this is a giant trench and this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, 6 years of bullshit for this amazing run. Cutting north into the floor, ricochet off the floor. Mind you, this shit doesn't happen very often. So you have a triangle on gold right now, just to get to the point. You got a triangle on gold. Yeah, you could break out and just go fucking nuts to 25. But are you really keeping up with inflation at that point? EURUSD leaving the station, by the way. At the top of the hour, I have this insane clock. I have to get rid of it. It's bullshit. But here it's 8:01, so I'm hog along the euro right now. But yes, this is an amazing situation. You are above this high. Technically speaking, without all this bullshit down here. And could you still crash into this hole? So if Trump came back to town, the gold market's going to go bang and then bounce and bounce and come all the way back to, this is just kind of fantasy talk here, by the way. Don't take me seriously, but seriously, I mean, if something happened and gold comes back to 1,000 and it takes out this floor, I'm talking way after I'm dead, I think. We're talking way out here, right? But inflation says, the fact that they fucking people just believe in gold, and it turns out they got gold dildos in the future and people are going crazy over those, and everybody's all over it. Yes, it's going to keep going up, just like the stock market's going to keep fucking going up, and oil's going to keep fucking going up. When oil went to zero, just think about this. It's about the supply line being shut down, and nobody knows what it's worth, or nobody can fill the gap in inventory and price and everything. So the shipping delays are just kind of classic shit that you never get to see. They're just talking about it in the news. This shit happens all the time. There was this guy I used to watch, this X21 guy or something, and they would talk about these, the big freighters that run to Venezuela with all the stuff on it, all the iron ore freighters, these big giant tugboats, and this index meant something, right? But what does it mean? I mean, should it be high? Should it be low? Is it good for the dollar to be, or am I just in a trade to make a few pips and get out the market? So it doesn't really matter in the end, but it is fascinating. The Bitcoin is fascinating. The gold, always fascinating. Price-wise, and oil, mind-blowing. It's zero for COVID. Well, we bid it down to zero. Yeah, that's right. Sure you did. I guess they did. You can't get around that one. And this thing's been $140 a barrel, by the way. And that's something. That's something to write home about. I'm going to go without the... I think I got the whole history here, maybe. Yeah, so here we are, $140 a barrel. Now, this is an amazing... And look at my trend system is calling this as an uptrend ever since so-and-so. But that aside, of course, this downtrend here, that's all wacky. Take a gander at this. This is really probably the most profound display of shipping container issues, because this stuff is definitely... and this peak oil, look at this rock bottom. Oof. Well, did that just blow people's minds? Were you around when this happened? Some people weren't born yet. No. Like 2006. This is the housing problem. Order imbalance. I think this is when everybody was enjoying the heyday of, like, my house is worth how much? Yeah, oil. I want long crude oil right here. There's an uptrend. Can't you see this doji entry right here? Yeah, listen, like a pullback into the cloud. Got long there. Oh, we did so much money there. How much did you make on that trade? Oh, let me tell you. I'll let my wife tell you. She'll tell you all about it. How much money she spent at the store that time? Shit, she was all over it. She couldn't wait. Oh, I mean, let's stretch it out. Here, try to include this insane price at $150 a barrel. Oh, those are the days. Yeah, you can't see my entry here. We still got to zoom out. But anyways, pull back to the cloud here. Somehow we can't advance the chart, but it's just like this pullback here into the cloud. So does that mean we're good for another? How many pips was that? Take out this high, keep going, go trim these tops off, take off this high, and Bitcoin be at like $1 million, or no, shit, $150,000 of Bitcoin. At the same time, the oil's taking out these high fantasy trade setups for next 10 years. But people get like that. There was a guy, I can't remember his name, but on the YouTube, and he was trading the euro, and he did this thing. He put a Andrew's pitchfork on this chart, and we were all cracking up, you know. It was fucking hilarious. You know, he had like, it's like this, see? And what's going to happen is, it's going to bang around in this channel, and it's going to keep going down and down, and he's going to hit my target down there. I'm like, you kidding, right? Like, you might as well be in a psycho ward at a real institution talking to yourself with a drool cup, because you are out of your fucking mind if you think that this move's going to happen again. Well, I built an algo on that fucking move, son. My triangle bots all converged at the same time, and everybody got confirmation on this. And remember this entry here where everybody's like, boy, the volatility sure drying up. Yeah, it's making a triangle. What are people saying here? Oh, I think it's going to go up because, you know, peak oil ain't making no more oils, you know, and we're going to go out, we'll take out this high. It's just going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. You're going to love this trade we're in. And then it just all goes terribly wrong. Yeah, they didn't work out too good. But it looks so good on paper. Yeah, it's a little different, right? People that do these big long-term trades like this, they must really have some balls. And who got it wrong? Here's another one. You got to try this one. If you want to just be entertained by how fucked up the news is, go back and see what the news was saying here. In this 2007, I wonder what the headlines were when oil was at like, oh gosh, I bet they were saying it's going to go to $300 a barrel here. I bet on the news at 140 they were like, yes, yeah, we extrapolated. We got a model here. We got this oil model. See, and extrapolated the price way up there. So you're going to like this. This is going to be an amazing trade, son. You make so much money on this trade, you can retire. That's right, you don't have to work no more. ICT Promise Challenge. For your family and everybody that's ever meant anything in your life, this is going to be an amazing trade. You just got to stay in it. You're in it to win it, aren't you? You took the pledge. Now go to your journal. What does it say? It says I should stay in this trade, let my profits run. I know, it's hard to do. So I am in this fucking trade. I'm looking for a serious rally here tonight. Okay, coming into Europe, I need to take out the high of the week, the high last week, and then just keep cutting north. And the same thing on the oil, looking for the oil to crush the dollar. And it looks like just like a blitz to me, like it's over. And here's the truth about the stock market is it's still in a fucking uptrend, dude. It's not going to crash. It's just going to keep going up. Now, this is really a heartbreaker for some people, I know. But, dude, this is not stopping, I don't think. Anytime. Maybe the end of the year. Look at this thing rip. Holy shit. This is where people get clobbered, dude. Just not, look at this top become a bottom here. Fucking, I know. It's very up there, and it is fucking ridiculous. But I think we've had our pullbacks, and these are great trades here. If you're selling, look at this beautiful stairway to heaven. Top, bottom, double bottom in the cloud. Nice punch. Yes, if you bought here, you got clobbered. If you bought here, you got clobbered. If you sold because it's blue, you got clobbered. So you can't curve fit this shit. Like, look at this. Oof. It's pretty amazing. And look at this thing. It just can't help itself. This great entry is here if you're into the deep discount pie. But look at how wait weeks for that entry. Oh. And the next question is, did you cash out here and dump? Because you would, if you stuck around, yeah, you're making more money, but all this bullshit, you lock up your attention or your margin on that trade. Here we go. We're making a run here. Okay. Game on here. Into the night. We're going to rally into the night here. Yeah, it looks like they're going to be talking about the dollar. How fucked it is. And but I think the price of computers is always going to be cheap, and you're always going to be good there. It's always going to be amazing. But look at this NASDAQ. It ain't stopping, dude. Money's got nowhere to go. Money's in fucking lockdown. Could be wrong. That's why this is the Forex pure nonsense. Pure nonsense. Forex. We got instruments here, see. This is a pounder. You getting this thing, you better have a wide stop. I'm just saying. Earl's a whole different dollar. Monthly dollar. Now, monthly dollar index to me just treads water. This is why I would never use. I don't understand people using this as a gauge. Still don't get it. Can't get my brain around that. I never will, I suppose. Every time I look at it, I'm just like perplexed. This is the fucking dollar index, dude. It's stable coin. This is a monthly chart. Where the fuck's it going? It's not going nowhere, dude. Don't go nowhere. Just up, down, up, down. I guess you could say it's in the fair value. It should come back down now. I marked the shit off days ago. This is a monthly chart. This is like forever. I guess you're going to say this about it. Once the dollar took out this lonely wick, you got a top become about. Dollar's going up. So euro go down, maybe? All right. Double bottom here. Monthly chart, low frequency trading. Dollar come back now. Dollar work its way through this floor. Yeah, dollar takes out 88 cents. I'm with you. Dollar's fucked. It's going to go down, down, down. Start filling this vacuum. These are big long-term trades, by the way. I don't think I ever had the patience for it, but it's, this is the concept of liquidity. That there's liquidity down there. So at some point, it's possible we go down. There's no guarantee we're going down there. And look at this range trading paradise over here that I've highlighted. 100 pip grid here. That's a penny. That's a penny. And look at that thing. Jesus Christ. All right, so it's almost 8:30, and it's the night before Christmas, and liquidity is gone, and that's another reason why I'm expecting this huge retracement out of the Wyckoff accumulation. We're going to jump the creek so fucking hard. We're going to crash through the pond tonight, the icy pond of say bye-bye to the dollar. I don't know about this dollar index thing, but at least everything against the dollar. Gold, everything. Just going to go up, uppity up. Dollar Swiss. It looks like the dollar's going to get killed by the Swiss franc here. So here's another possible situation, is look at the abyss that the dollar Swiss is sitting on. This is another possible, I guess this is my end of the year predictions turned into, but I do like to speculate, or I don't think I'd be trading. That kind of goes with it. That's why I don't understand why ICT doesn't make a market call and just go with it. Oh, I guess I was wrong on that trade. But look at this possible smash to hell on the dollar Swiss. If you take out this wick, it is going to be hell to pay. You crush these weekly wicks, cut through that like a hot butter through knife, like right off the shoulder kind of move. Take out this lonely wick. There won't be great trades. So tonight, into the end of the year here, my trade is to be long which is kind of, there's a better mirror image between the Swiss franc and the dollar than there's the dollar index anyways. Crush down here, my euro trade makes money. It's 100 pips from here to here. And if you take out this lonely wick, like I would definitely put buy limits down there, but I'm talking long term, it would cut. Maybe people do scalp there. Confirmation people get in here and then just forget about it. Starts taking out these structures, and if you zoom out, you can see how brutal it could become. And these are trades I thought about 11 years ago. I was showing my tequila buddy the euro dollar, and I said, do you realize that if they take this, I used to talk like this, you realize if they take out this price that it's going to be like a bloodbath. So I have made long-term predictions before. Like, look at this. We got the Swiss franc DPEG on here. That's pretty harsh. So look at this move here. That was brutal. But if you take out this price, it's a long way down to this DPEG point where people lost their minds. I think people really did blow their brains out down here, but I don't know if that's possible. I might be stretching it. But just get down to here. That's going to be a long ride down. That's like 400 pips down to here. I don't know. Dollar Swiss is too stable too. That's why people trade the guppy. Look at this train wreck. Look at this currency. I mean, you can't even track it. Sure. So many pips you can't even imagine. I'd have to put a, like that's a 100 pip grid, so. If you're into trends, and you decide to only buy pullbacks on the monthly here, you know, this is a cherry pick situation. Oh, I just buy here, see? Oh, it's amazing. Oh, this algorithm, this guy gave me, you wouldn't believe, he gave me for free. Yeah. He was trading it short here, and then he gave it to me. It worked so good, I got in, and we both made so much money. And I got one sell here, and I got one sell here, and of course we could have made more money on this one. Now this is where, can you adjust to that? And is this going to start going this way? Are you long now because of the cloud, and you're just going to get in here, and you're going to do this trade? I back tested this too, you know. I can back test it right here visually and tell you it works. Of course, with various stops, various targets, it doesn't work. This is why back testing with a 20 pip stop would be stupid, right? I mean, you can't just live off of waiting for 20 pips. I mean, is a robot really gonna, you're looking to make 40 pips with a 20 pip stop, and it takes this trade? Okay, but how many times is it gets ass kicked? And how many times the criteria for the trade doesn't make sense? Whereas if you're gonna wait for the market to pull back, by the way, this is a 400 pip pullback. If you wait for a 400 pip pullback into the monthly cloud to pull the trigger on the guppy because you're trying to make 4,000 pips, gotcha, you could do it. Like this is a 100 pip grid, so these are crazy trades. In this setup, if you ran a 300 pip stop in here to make yourself a tidy 3,000 pips, that is a trade. So yeah, the guppy is a whole different world, man. You waited for this 1,000 pip rally into your blue cloud, so you're telling me, yeah, that's what I do, man. I made this algorithm. Shut up. Or are you just doing, I got limits in here, I bought that crush, got the fuck out. Sold up here, crush, got the fuck out. All you're doing is trading noise. Like, oh, I got buy limits down here. Like, who wasn't buying down here? Fuck, that was crazy. And you just waited for it to nick the wick. So you then, wick nicker? That's not right. You sell up here on the top tick Tommy. You sell here, you sell here, you ride the pullback. You sell this insane, you ride the pullback. You sell when it's crazy high. Like, does it matter? Not to a range trader, I don't think. If you have a hard target, it doesn't matter, I don't think. You sell here and you're like, dude, we sold that. We sold that, we cashed out. We sold that, we cashed out. Like this one, we made so much money. This one, we made so much money. We sold here, we cashed out. Or do you trade it both directions? Sold here, bought back, sold, bought back. It's getting crazy, sold, but then we didn't sell enough. And look at this thing fucking A. Next chance, 2 chances to sell in the monthly. Sell, sell, sell hard. Now, your robot should be aware of the fact it just crushed. This is your classic measured move concept. You go smashing down, dead cat bounce. In fact, 2 dead cats on that train. And then whoosh. Symmetrical move from here to here to here, right? This is your classic fucking, oh, that's why Fibonacci says 50% pullback. Oh, you didn't know that happened yet, but. And is it coming back to the starting gate? Yes, unfortunately it is. So if you were on this gravy train, you can't do no wrong. This robot keep buying it, just keep going, keep add to the winner, pyramid into it. Oh shit, came back to this. Oh, that wasn't good. These long-term structures would matter after all, I'm sure. I don't know if it's turning around there because of that, but we could just say it is. Does it fucking matter? Like, if you're trying to make this many pips, what planet are you on? You're going to, like, so here we go. Here goes the euro. Okay, we're riding this. The dollar's getting crushed tonight. Okay, my 60 minutes are up. It's like that show, 60 Minutes. Okay, wait. All right, there you go, 59. So it's like a shrink. That's how it was a 60-minute session with fuck nut trading. No, sorry, you didn't pay the whole thing. Sorry.